Street lamps cutting through the blinds, in cold and jagged lines. I'm tracing the patterns that it finds amongst the sheets and vines. I rolled to the left to tell you a dream before I remembered the truth. Now I'm bursting at the seams with the quiet of my youth. My voice sounds hollow in the dark, a dry and brittle sound, looking for a tiny spark in this hollowed out ground. It's just 3 a.m. pillow talk to no one at all, just me and the shadows on the bedroom wall. I'm whispering secrets you'll never receive to a ghost that I've begged and I've pleaded to leave. The space where you laid is a frozen sea, and I'm drowning in the words meant for you and for me. Yeah, I'm talking to the air, I'm talking to the blue, giving 3 a.m. pillow talk to the ghost of you. Did you lock the doors, the heater on? I asked the empty space. I'm waiting for a yawn or the heat against my face, but the pillow's just a pillow, cold and flat. It doesn't laugh at my jokes, it doesn't care where I'm at, or notice the heart that it broke. It's just 3 a.m. pillow talk to no one at all, just me and the shadows on the bedroom wall. I'm whispering secrets you'll never receive to a ghost that I've begged, that I've pleaded to leave. The space where you laid is a frozen sea, and I'm drowning in words meant for you and for me. Yeah, I'm talking to the air, I'm talking to the blue, giving 3 a.m. pillow talk to the ghost of you. And I'll say I'm sorry for things I didn't do, and I'll say I miss you until the sky turns new. I'll tell you I'm angry, I'll tell you I'm fine, I'll lie to the dark just to buy a little time. Are you listening? Are you anywhere? The sun is starting to bleed through the gray. The words are dissolving, they're drifting away. I'm closing my eyes.
'cause the talking is done. 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 'C
chasing a song. Good night. A year of someday. Slow, elegant piano ballad with a steady ticking rhythm bite no more. And the writing was on the wall. There's a circle around a date in June, a cabin by the lake. Now it's just a hollow tune, and a choice we didn't make. We were building castles out of sand, with a map of the world in the palm of our hand. But the ink is dry and the paper is thin, and the rain is starting to settle in. And now I'm living through a year of someday, watching all our maybes fade to gray. The tickets for the concert, the dinner in July are just a list of reasons to sit alone and cry. We had 1,000 mornings left to spend before we hit the if and reach the end. Now I'm just a ghost on a holiday, trapped inside a year of someday. September was supposed to be the coast, to watch the leaves turn gold. Now I'm just a breakfast host for the stories never told. I see the flight we never took, in every plane that streaks the blue. Every page in my address book is a path that leads back to you. And now I'm living through a year of someday, watching all my maybes fade to gray. The tickets for the concert, the dinner in July are just a list of reasons to sit alone and cry. We had 1,000 mornings left to spend before we hit bed and reach the end. Now I'm just a ghost on a holiday, trapped inside a year of someday. We were gonna buy that rug for the floor, we were gonna paint the bedroom door, we were gonna be the ones who made it. Now the dream is just a debt, and I paid it. What do I do with the plans in my head? How do I live with the words never said? It's a calendar full of transplants. Tomorrow was the wedding, the one in the park. I think I'll stay inside and wait for the dark. Happy someday, happy never. Are you sleeping? Slow, lullaby-style piano with a dark, melancholic twist vibe of the key. I'm staring at the moon through the frost on the pane, listening for your ghost and the sound of the rain. It's midnight for me, but what is it for you? Are you staring at the ceiling in a shade of lonely blue? Or did you close your eyes and just let me go? Like a secret that you didn't really need to know. The clock is the only heart beating in here, and the silence is starting to feel like a fear. I'm whispering your name to the shadows on the wall, waiting for a phantom to answer the call. Are you sleeping? Are you dreaming? Are you waking up and screaming? Is my face behind your eyelids when you try to rest your head? Or is there someone else's shadow on your side of the bed? I'm wide awake and drowning in the used-to-be's and whys, while the stars are burned out in my weary aching eyes. Tell me, are you peaceful? Are you deep within the blue? Or are you lying there missing me too? I remember how you looked when the world went away, safe in the blankets at the end of the day. Your breath was a rhythm I could use to find my own. Now I'm out of sync and I'm drifting alone. Do you still keep the covers when the room gets too warm? Do you still need a light in the middle of the storm? Or did you learn to sleep in the pitch black dark without a single memory to leave a little spark? Are you sleeping? Are you dreaming? Are you waking up and screaming? Is my face behind your eyelids when you try to rest your head? Or is there someone else in shadow on your side of the bed? I'm wide awake and drowning in the used-to-be's and why, while the stars are burned out in my weary aching eyes. Tell me, are you peaceful? Are you deep within the blue? Are you lying there missing me too? Maybe you're forgotten, maybe you're at rest, maybe I'm a heartbeat that finally left your chest. But I hope you're tired, I hope you're awake, I hope you're feeling every choice we had Close your eyes, I'll stay awake for both of us. For heaven's sake. Are you sleeping? Good night. blue ink promises, style, slow, delicate and weeping. Imagine the sound of paper crinkling between the notes. The vocals should be breathy, fragile, and full of disbelief. I pulled a shoebox from the bottom shelf where the dust had made a home. I promised that I'd keep it to myself and leave the ghosts alone. But here I am with a shaking hand and a ribbon turned to gray, unfolding words I thought were planned to never go away. The loops of your L's and the cross of your T's are bringing me down to my trembling knees. The scent of your skin is still stuck to the page, like a bird that's forgotten the sky for the cage. And I'm drowning in these blue ink promises, beautiful lies and a cursive script. You swore that you'd stay through the cold and the brave, but you're the one who let the anchor slip. Always and forever written in blue, but there isn't a trace of the always in you. My tears are blurring the I'll never leave. Blue ink promises I used to believe. The ink is faded, but the words are sharp. You're cutting through my chest like the broken strings of a silver harp. They put my heart to rest. You future house and the children we would name. Now I'm just a quiet, lonely mouse in a house that feels like shame. And I'm drowning in these blue ink promises, beautiful lies and a cursive script. You swore that you'd stay through the cold and the brave, but you're the one who let the anchor slip. Always and forever written in you, but there isn't a trace of the always in you. Night tears are blurring the I'll never leave. And these blue ink promises I used to believe. Did you mean it when you wrote it, or was it just a game? Did you feel the fire in the pen, or just a hollow flame? How can the paper be stronger than us? How can the ink stay while we turn to dust? You lied in the margins, you lied in the lies, and I'm still here should burn them, I should let them go, but they're the only you I still get to know. Yours forever. What a beautiful love. Cold coffee and warm tears. The vocals should be dry and heavy, like someone who hasn't slept or has spent the night crying. The sun is far too bright for 7 a.m., tracing the dust on the floor. I'm reaching for the space where your body had been before you walked out of the door. I went through the motions, I filled up the pot, I listened to the water start to hiss. I poured us 2 cups, then I forgot that there's no one to share this with. The steam is disappearing in the air, just like the way you used to be there. Now I'm sitting at the table, just a shadow in a chair, running fingers through my tangled hair. And I've got cold coffee and warm tears, tasting the salt of these wasted years. One cup is bitter and the other is dry, and I'm too damn tired to even ask why. The kitchen is quiet, the breakfast is dead. I'm eating the words that we should have said. It's a great kind of morning, the kind that I fear, with cold coffee and warm tears. The toast popped up, but I let it go cold. I'm staring at the butter on the knife. It's funny how a heart can feel so old in the middle of a Tuesday life. I saw your lipstick on the edge of a mug, tucked in the back of the sink. It gave my chest a violent tug, and I didn't even have time to blink. And I've got cold coffee and warm tears, tasting the salt of these wasted years. One cup is bitter and the other is dry, and I'm too damn tired to even ask why. The kitchen is quiet, the breakfast is dead. I'm eating the words that we should have said. It's a great kind of morning, the kind that I fear, with cold coffee and warm tears. I took pouring down the drain. I could wash away the stain. I could pretend that I'm fine with the silence and rain, but the mug is still sitting there, and you're still not sitting there, and the morning just won't end. I'll just leave it on the counter. Maybe it'll be different by noon. Maybe the sun will go down. Maybe you'll come home soon. With the coffee's getting colder, and my eyes are getting red, I think I'll just go back Driving past your exit, style minimalist, melancholy. It's the only light that's left to see as the miles and minutes pass. I'm hovering right at 65, but my heart is standing still, just trying to feel like I'm alive against my own free will. The green signs flickering up ahead, calling out your name. I should keep on going straight instead of playing this losing game. But I'm driving past your exit, and it hurts like hell, counting every white line under a lonely spell. My hand is on the blinker, my foot is on the brake. I'm vibrating with every single choice I didn't make. One short turn and I'm back at your door, begging for the ghost of what we were before. But the rearview mirror says it's too late now. I'm driving past your exit, and I don't know how. I see the off-ramp stretching out like an arm reached through the dark. I'm paralyzed by the sudden doubt as I pass the local bar. I know the times, I know the street, I know which light stays red. I know the way your shadows meet the corner of our bed. Yeah, I'm driving past your exit, and it hurts like hell, counting every white line under a lonely spell. My head is on the blinker, my foot is on the brake. I'm vibrating with every single choice I didn't make. One sharp turn and I'm back at your door, begging for the ghost of what we were before. But the rearview mirror says it's too late now. I'm driving past your exit, and I don't know how. The GPS is rerouting. It's telling me to make a U-turn, like it knows exactly what I'm doubting, like it wants to watch me burn. I could spin the wheel, I could jump the curve, I could say the things you haven't heard, but I just keep driving. 5 miles gone, the road just keeps on stretching on. I'm watching your exit fade to a spark, just another tiny light in the dark. I woke up and tried to roll out of the bed, but the gravity's different today. It's not just the thoughts swirling round in my head, or the things that I wanted to say. It's the anchor that's lodged right beneath my collarbone, sinking through the mattress and the floor. I'm a mountain of salt, I'm a pillar of stone, since you don't live here anymore. I'm taking shallow sips of the air, trying to find enough room, but the ghost of your hands is still everywhere, in the cold and the quiet and the gloom. And I've got a heavy chest, a heart made of iron, trying to breathe while the world is a siren. It's 100-pound weight sitting right on my ribs, like the ghost in the house, like the lie in the cribs. I'm gasping for space, I'm reaching for light, but the pressure just grows in the middle of the night. Missing you isn't a thought or a test, it's just this god-awful heavy chest. I went for a walk just to clear out the lungs, but the sidewalk was pulling me down. The words for the oldest are stuck to our tongues, and I'm the only one left in this town. My shoulders are rounded, my head is bowed low, under the weight of the wire. It's a physical debt that I'm starting to owe to every hello and goodbye. And I've got a heavy chest, a heart made of iron, trying to breathe while the world is a siren. It's 100-pound weight sitting right on my ribs, like a ghost in the house, like the lie in the cribs. I'm gasping for space, I'm reaching for light, but the pressure just grows in the middle of the night. Missing you isn't a thought or a test, it's just this god-awful heavy chest. Lay your hands on me, tell me the pressure is all in my mind. Tell me I'm free, tell me there's something for me to find. I hate this city now. Style, slow heavy piano ballad with a cinematic feel vibe. Think of a rainy night, city lights blurred by tears. The piano should have deep, resonant bass notes that feel like footsteps walking through wet streets. The vocals should start bitter and cold, eventually breaking into a full-on emotional release. I pulled the collar of my coat up high to block the wind on 5th and Main, but I can't hide from a charcoal sky that's heavy with the scent of rain. I saw the dining where we used to sit, the booth in back, the yellow light. Now I can't stand the sight of it. It's a jagged blade in the middle of the night. Every red light is a memory stopping me cold. Every sidewalk is a story that's already been told. I'm walking through a graveyard made of glass and steel, trying to forget how a Tuesday used to feel. And I hate this city now. I hate every street. I hate the way the pavement burns beneath my feet. Every corner we turned, every grace that we crossed is just a bright yellow tape over everything I lost. It's a crime scene here, it's a chalk line there. I can see your ghost in the cold night. This town was a kingdom, but it's a prison somehow. That I hate this city now. The park on Fourth is a hollowed out wreck where we carved our names into the pain. Now it's a noose around my neck, a quarter on the freight to line. The subway tracks are streaming your mate. The skyline's just a row of teeth. Nothing here will ever be the same with the concrete heart that's underneath. Yeah, I hate this city now. I hate every street. I hate the way the pavement burns beneath my feet. Every corner we turned, every bridge that we crossed is just a bright yellow tape over everything I lost. It's a crime scene here, it's a chalk line there. Oh, I can see your ghost in the cold night. This town was a kingdom, but it's a prison somehow. God, I hate this city now. I'm a stranger in the only place I know. There's nowhere left for me to go. I wanna burn the maps and smash the lights and erase the ghost of all our nights. I wanna leave, I wanna run, but I'm stuck in the ruins of everything we done. The sirens wailing far away. Another night, another day. I'm staring at the skyline, counting down the time until I find the city that wasn't part of the crime. I hate it here. Losing my best friend style. Very slow conversational pambit. I hit the perfect thing to say, to launch a laugh like a rocket. Then the screen stayed black and the air went cold, and the punchline died in my throat. It's a story that's already been told in every sad song that I wrote. I can handle the bed being half empty now, and the I love you's fading away. But I don't know who to talk to or how to get through a regular day, because I'm losing my lover. Yeah, that part is true. But God, I'm losing my best friend in you. The one who knew my coffee, the one who knew my fears, the one who's been the witness to all of my years. I'm missing the partner, the us against the wall, the flag that we planted, the banner we unfurled. It's not just the kissing or the holding of hands, it's losing the only one who understands. Who am I supposed to call at 4 when a car makes that sound that I hate? Who's gonna meet me at the door when I'm tired and I'm coming home late? We had a shorthand, a language of looks, a million little things no one knows. Now I'm a library of half-finished books in the door that I can't seem to close, because I'm losing my lover. Yeah, that part is true. But God, I'm losing my best friend in you. The one who knew my coffee, the one who knew my fears, the one who's been a witness to all of my years. I'm missing the partner, the us against the wall, the flag that we planted, the banner we unfurled. It's not just the kissing or the holding of hands, it's losing the only one who understands. I miss the mundane, I miss the how was your day, I miss the hey look at this in the middle of the gray. I lost a partner, but I lost a home. I lost the anchor that kept me from the foam. You were my person, you were the one, and not just me. And the joke is it and a meme you would have loved. I almost sent it. I almost clicked send, but I'm learning how to be a person without a best friend. I have so much to tell you, but I'll just tell the walls. I'm walking through the park at dusk. The air is turning cold. The world is just a hollow husk of the stories that we told. I felt a sudden familiar heat against my shivering calm, a rhythm that used to be so sweet, a touch that kept me calm. I looked down at my open head, expecting to see your skin, but it's just the wind across the land and the state that I am in. My fingers curled around the air as if you were really standing there. My brain is lying to my heart, trying to pull the dark apart, and I'm feeling phantom pains in the middle of the night, reaching for a ghost that's just out of sight. I can feel your ghost, I can feel your grip, like a memory that refuses to slip. It's a tingle in the bone to take him the wrist, searching for a hand that no longer exists. You're gone, but my nerves didn't get the news. I'm stuck with the phantom pains of losing you. Sometimes I feel you brush my hair when I'm leaning over the sink. I turn around but no one's there before I even have time to blink. It's like my body's built a cage to keep the feeling of you near, a permanent mark upon the page of every single year. I'm haunted by the ghost of us and the way my fingers twist, turning gold back into dust and flipping every switch. And I'm feeling phantom pains in the middle of the night, reaching for a ghost that's just out of sight. I can feel your pulse, I can feel your breath, like a memory that refuses to slip. It's a tingle in the bone, you fake in the wrist, searching for a hand that no longer exists. You're gone, but my nerves didn't get the news. I'm stuck with the phantom pains of losing you. It's a itch I can't scratch, it's a fire I can't quench, it's the smell of your smoke on a rainy park bench. Stop touching me, stop leaving me, stop proving how much you're bereaving me. My hand feels heavy with the weight of the void. I'm putting my hands in my pockets and clenching them into a fist. I'm trying to forget that we ever existed, but I still feel you right there between the fingers. The pain, it lingers. Replacing the sheets, style, slow vulnerable piano bed. I'm trying to reclaim the night, and the voice is screaming in my head. I've been sleeping on the very edge, afraid to disturb the shape you left, like a man standing on a ledge, practicing the art of theft. I'm stealing back the space you owned, square by square and stitch by stitch. But the air is cold and I'm alone, and my fingers have a nervous twitch. I'm stripping back the linen sky where we used to laugh and we used to lie. But the fibers hold a secret deep, a promise that I couldn't keep. And I'm replacing the sheets to wash you away, but your scent is a deathbed I'll never repay. It's in the weave, it's in the thread, it's the ghost of the words that you never said. I'm pouring the soap and I'm starting to spin, but how do I wash where your skin is bent? It's a clean kind of hurt, it's a sterile kind of blue, replacing the sheets, but I'm still wearing you. Your detergent smells like mountain rain, artificial, sharp and cold. It doesn't cover up the pain or the stories that the pillows hold. I caught a whiff of your shampoo tucked inside a pillowcase, and for a second it was you right here in this empty space. I almost stopped the machines hum, I almost pulled them from the heat, but I'm tired of being deaf and dumb in the middle of a one-way street. And I'm replacing the sheets to wash you away, but your scent is a debt that I'll never repay. It's in the weave, it's in the bread, it's the ghost of the words that you never said. I'm pouring the soap and I'm starting the stint, but how do I wash where your skin is bent? It's a clean kind of hurt, it's a sterile kind of blue, replacing the sheets, but I'm still wearing you. Tumble dry though, let the memory go, watch the water turn gray with the things that I know. I can sprawl every inch, I can bleach every stain, but the mattress remembers the weight of the rain. I'm sleeping, I know this, I'm sleeping, I know it. It's killing me slowly that you aren't there. The dryer clicks, the chore's done. I've lost the war that I thought I'd won. The bed is made, the scent is gone. God, I wish it wasn't. shadow in the doorway. Slow, cinematic piano ballad vibe, staring at the coat hooks on the wall and the dirty glasses drying in the sink. I heard a car door slam out on the street, a familiar heavy thud against the curb. I'm bracing for the sound of restless feet and the quiet air I'm longing to disturb. My peripheral vision is playing a game, turning every curtain into the shape of your frame. I'm holding my breath till my lungs start to ache, waiting for a phantom to make one mistake. And I see a shadow in the doorway, just for a second, a ghost of a movement that my heart has reckoned. I'm turning my head, but the light is just flat. There's nobody there, I should know better than that. It's the flicker of a candle, it's the shift of the sun, but I'm waiting for the sorry that'll never be done. I'm a prisoner of hope in a house turned to gray, watching for a shadow that's a million miles away. I left the porch light burning through the rain, just in case you lost your way back home. It's a beacon for the lonely and the vain, and the secrets that I whisper all alone. I keep the door unlocked until the dawn, like a fool who hasn't learned to read the signs. But the space where you should be is just a yawn, in a life that's running out of silver linings. And I see a shadow in the doorway, just for a second, a ghost of the movement that my heart has reckoned. I'm turning my head, but the light is just flat. There's nobody there, I should know better than that. It's the flicker of a candle, it's the shift of the sound, but I'm waiting for the sorry that'll never be done. I'm a prisoner of hope in a house turned to gray, watching for a shadow that's a million miles away. Come in, please just come in this haunting before it begins. I'm tired of the corners, I'm tired of the blinds, I'm tired of the tricks of my desperate mind. I just wanna see you walk through the frame. I'm tired of whispering to a ghost with your name. The sun hits the floorboards, the dust starts to dance. I'm giving up on one last chance. The doorway is empty, the shadow is gone, and I'm still here waiting for the dawn. noticed the clock on the wall had such a violent tick. It echoes through the empty hall and makes my stomach sick. I used to crave a moment's peace when the world was far too bright, but now I'm praying for release from the stillness of the night. The dust is settling on your chair like snow on a winter grave. I'm gasping for a bit of air in a house I couldn't save, because the silence is a scream I can't shut out. It's telling all the things I doubt. It's ringing in my ears, it's tearing through the room, filling up the corners with a heavy kind of gloom. I'm covering my ears, but the quiet's just too high. A deafening reminder that you never say goodbye. The walls are closing in and the air is getting thin. When the silence is a scream, nobody wins. I left the television on just to hear a human tone, but even with the volume, I've never felt more alone. The tea is getting cold again in a mob you used to hold. The quiet is a different pain that never quite grows old, because the silence is a scream I can't shut out. It's telling all the things I doubt. It's ringing in my ears, it's tearing through the room, filling up the corners with a heavy kind of gloom. I'm covering my ears, but the quiet's just too high. A deafening reminder that you'll never say goodbye. The walls are closing in and the air is getting thin. When the silence is a scream, nobody wins. Shh, can you hear the sound of your shoes not hitting the floor? Can you feel it? The draft coming in from the unopened door. It's a roar! It's a riot! I am dying in the the ice tray cracks, the floorboard numbs. I'm just a ghost inside a house of stones. Quiet, so quiet. please. Someone make a sound. Still my wallpaper. Style, slow, minimalist piano with a soft, pulsing rhythm bark. A frozen sun, a static bloom, a flickering digital spark. I pick it up just to check the hour. I know you are at the lake. I'm losing my will, I'm losing my power. With every breath that I take, my thumb hovers over the settings tab. Then I pull my hand away. It's a sharp and sudden, jagged stab at the start of every day. I know the colors, I know your smile, the one you only gave to me. I've been standing in the cancel aisle, afraid of being free. And you're still my wallpaper, you're still the view. I'm terrified of a screen without you. If I swap the photo, if I change the scene, doesn't mean you were never the thing that you've been. I'm staring at a ghost in a high-def glow, holding on to a version that I used to know. The world is moving, but the glass stays the same. And I'm still whispering to a digital frame. My friends all say it's a masochist habit to look at the life that I lost, to reach for the dream and try to grab it, no matter the toll or the cost. But if I put a picture of a mountain or a tree or a default wave of doom, and I'm finally admitting that there is no we, and I'm finally done with you. So I let the battery run down low until the image starts to fade. It's the only way I let you go. In the darkness I have made. And you're still my wallpaper, you're still the view. I'm terrified on the screen without you. If I swap the photo, if I change the scene, doesn't mean you were never the thing that you've been. I'm staring at a ghost in a high-def glow, holding on to a version that I used to know. The world is moving, but the glass stays the same. And I'm still whispering to a digital frame. One tap, and you're gone. One swipe, and I move on. But my heart is a screen that's cracked and burst, and there's lessons I haven't quite learned. I'm not ready for the black. I'm not ready tonight. Have you back? Stay in the pixels, stay in the light. The screen times out, the light goes dim. I see my reflection, pale and thin. I'll change it tomorrow, I'll change it next week. But for now, just let me keep your cheek. I'm fine now. Just let me keep your cheek. Tears in the grocery aisle style. Slow, contemplating piano ballad flight. Lonely and exposed to be delicate, with the wheels of a cart on linoleum. The fluorescent lights are humming a tune that's a little too bright for me. I'm drifting past the coffee in the afternoon, in a daze of used to be. I've got the list we wrote on the fridge, back when we was a word that worked. But now every aisle is a broken bridge where 1,000 memories lurk. I'm doing okay until I hit row 4 and my hand reaches out for the shelf. I'm staring at the brand that you used to adore, and I'm losing the grip on myself. And now there's tears in the grocery aisle, looking at the things that used to make you smile. It's just a blue box, it's just a salt snack, but it's a high-speed train that's pulling me back. The shoppers are passing, you're looking away while I'm falling apart in the middle of the day. It's a $5 heartbreak, it's a bargain for the pain, drowning in the light of the sugar and the brain. I remember the way you would toss it in and complain that the price was high. I'd give every cent just to see you again under this artificial sky. I'm standing still while the world moves fast, with a red plastic basket in hand. How can a love that was built to last be buried in a generic brand? And now there's tears in the grocery aisle, looking at the things that used to make you smile. It's just a blue box, it's just a salt snack, but it's a high-speed train that's pulling me back. The shoppers are passing, they're looking away while we're falling apart in the middle of the day. It's a $5 heartbreak, it's a bargain for the pain, drowning in the light of the sugar and the grain. Price check on register 9, everything's fine, yeah, I'm doing fine. Just ignore the door with the shaking leaves, buying dinner for 1 and a bag of these. I don't want the groceries, I don't want the food, I just want the life that I already ruined. I put it back on the shelf, I can't bring it home. It's hard to eat steady when you're eating alone. The produce is wilting, the ice cream is starting to melt, just like me. The art of sobbing. Style. Slow, sophisticated but sorrowful piano. Balanced how to keep the tremors in. And what a hollow I'm good is about. My friends say I'm doing so well since the break. They toast on my strength and my late. They don't see the stage fright, they don't see the fake, or the way that I prepare for the night. I'm a gallery of smiles that don't really feel, a curated version of how to be real. But as soon as I'm turning the key in the lock, I'm watching the hands of the clock. And I'm practicing the art of sobbing in the dark, leaving no traces, leaving no mark. I'm a virtuoso of the muffled, quiet cry, perfecting them. It's just allergies lie. I can hold it together through dinner and drinks, but the second I'm lonely, the ship always sinks. It's a beautiful talent, it's a lonely career. The art of sobbing when no one can hear. I check my reflection before I go out, using cold water to kill off the red. I'm erasing the evidence, erasing the doubt of everything I did in my bed. I've learned how to breathe through a tightening chest, to laugh at a joke that isn't funny, to give my poor heart a 5-minute rest when no other inside isn't sunny. And I'm practicing the art of sobbing in the dark, leaving no traces, leaving no mark. I'm the virtuoso of the muffled, quiet cry, perfecting them. It's just allergies lie. I could hold it together through dinner and drinks, but the second I'm lonely, the ship always sinks. It's a beautiful talent, it's a lonely career. The art of sobbing when no one can hear. They say you're so brave, you're so tough, you're so strong, but I'm just an actress who stayed in too long. I wanna be messy, I wanna be loud, I wanna break down in the middle of the crowd. But I've built at the walls and I've painted the scene, and nobody knows what the silence can Check the mascara, straighten the tie, take a deep breath, say your goodbye. Curtain is closing, the audience is gone. Not a real show, it's just coming on. The house is empty and the stage is set. The candles burn down to the bone. I haven't found a way to leave you yet, in this theater of my own. I've been replaying every scene we made, editing the parts where we went wrong, watching as the colors start to fade, like the ending of a long sad song. The theater is cold and the seats are all bare. I'm whispering please to the unmoving air. I've got one more minute, one more breath before I put this memory to rest. And this is the final drop, the last of the rain, the very last ounce of this beautiful pain. I'm letting it fall, let it hit the floor before I walk out of the swinging door. The music is swelling, the lights are going dim. I'm losing the ghost of your hands and your hymn. One more tear for the life he stole, the final drop before the credits roll. I'm shaking out the dust from every fold of the clothes you left behind. I'm tired of the lies I've always told to keep you living in my mind. The screen is flickering to a solid white, the projector's humming in the row-steady sound. I'm giving up the ghost of you tonight and letting my feet touch the ground. And this is the final drop, the last of the rain, the very last ounce of this beautiful pain. I'm letting it fall, let it hit the floor before I walk out of the swinging door. The music is swelling, the lights are going dim. I'm losing the ghost of your heads and your hymn. One more tear for the life we stole, the final drop before the credits roll. I'm standing up, I'm walking out, I'm leaving behind every shadow of doubt. Goodbye to the ex that I couldn't control. The screen goes black, the lobby's quiet after the storm, after the riot. There it is, the last one. The movie's time. The ring mark. Slow, delicate piano ballad vibe. I'm washing dishes in the kitchen sink, watching the water turn cold. I've had too much time to sit and think about the things we bought and sold. looked down at my shaking hand beneath the fluorescent light and realized I've lost the golden band that I wore through every night. It's been off for a month, maybe two, but the skin hasn't caught the sun. It's a pale little ghost of me and you, and everything we've done. There's a ring mark burned into my soul, a circle where I used to be whole, a permanent dent in the side of my finger, where the ghost of a promise decided to linger. I keep reaching to spin it when I get scared, but there's nothing but empty air waiting there. It's a white line of grief that won't fade away. The remark is all that I'm left with today. The tan on my hand is starting to show everywhere else but the bone. It's a strange little map that lets me know I'm officially alone. I try to cover it up with a glove or hide my hand in my coat, but you can't hide the scar of a fallen love or the lump but stuck in your throat. There's a rain mark burned into my soul, a circle where I used to be whole, a permanent dent in the side of my is all that I'm left with today. I saw it in the drawer, tucked in a box, safe from the world and its rust. It's funny how a tiny piece of metal locks two people into till death or till dust. But the ring in the velvet and the mark is on my skin. Where do I end? And where did we begin? I'm rubbing the spot with my thumb, hoping the feeling will go, hoping the nerves will go numb. But it's there in the light, a thin white line in the middle of the night. the sound of your key. Slow, slow minimalist piano with a rhythmic crick hum. I'm sitting right where I always sat, waiting for the you to come. I know the rhythm of the gravel drive and the way the porch board moans. It's a symphony of a life alive in a house of hollow bones. But the driveway's flat and the porch is still, and the air is biting with a winter chill. My ears are ringing with the ghost of a sound of a world that used to be solid ground. And I'm missing the sound of your key in the lock, the metal on metal, the end of the clock, that silver rattle, that double turn click that cured every shadow and made me less sick. It was the I'm home, it was the you're safe. Now it's just a hole that I can't replace. I'm leaning my ear against the cold of the wood, waiting for a sound I know I never should. I caught myself holding my breath today when the mailman walked past the gate. I thought for a second the brass would play the song that decides my fate. And remember the weight of the jingle in your hand, a specific way to pull it free. A tiny music I could understand, that meant the world was back with me. And I'm missing the sound of your key in the lock, the metal on metal, the end of the clock, that silver rattle, that double turn click that cured every shadow and made me less sick. It was the I'm home, it was the you're safe. Now it's just a hole that I can't replace. I'm leaning my ear against the cold of the wood, waiting for a sound I know I never should. Click, 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 it's the rhythm of my heart. Click, 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 watching it all fall apart. I give everything I own just to hear the tollers turn, to feel the door open and the candles start to burn. But the rays is silent and the hall is dark, and there isn't a sound, not a single spark. I still keep my keys on the hook by the door, right next to the spot where yours aren't anymore. Sometimes I touch them just to hear the chime, just to pretend one more time. Unfinished sentence. Slow rubato piano. unfinished sentence. Slow, slow rubato piano. While you were gone and while I slept, they were poisoning the deep. You left the room before the period came. You cut the paragraph in half. Now I'm just a whisper of a name on a broken photograph. I'm holding on to a comma where a goodbye should have been, wrapped in all the drama of the state that we are in. And it's an unfinished sentence, a thought left in the air. I'm talking to the space where you're no longer there. The I was gonna say, and I wish you knew, my ghost in the hallway screaming for you. I'm a book with a page torn out of the heart, a story that ended before the best part. Now I'm drowning in the silence of the we, in this unfinished sentence that's killing me. I wrote it down 1,000 times, then I crumpled up the sheet, searching for the words and rhymes that would make the truth complete. But the verb is missing and the noun is gone. The adjectives are bruised and blue. I'm just a but and if and how, searching for you. And it's an unfinished sentence, a thought left in the air. I'm talking to the space where you're no longer there. The hour's gonna say, no, I wish you knew, a ghost in the hallway screaming for you. I'm a book with a page torn out of the heart, a story that ended before the best part. Now I'm drowning in the silence of the we, in this unfinished sentence that's killing me. Wait, I wasn't done. There was more I had to give. There were years I had to say. There was a life we had to live. Don't walk away in the middle of the line. You can't take your words and leave mine behind. I just wanted to tell you how I always thought that maybe if I had just I skin shedding from a ghost. I'm still leaning my weight against the wall where you used to lean the most. The faucet's got a steady silver drip, counting seconds I've been gone. I'm losing my footing, losing my grip on a floor I shouldn't be standing on. And the air is getting thicker now, I can't seem to catch a breath. Every I love you and every vow is a weight around my chest. I'm drowning in the blue of what we were, sinking through the years until they blur. Every letter, every look, every touch is a gallon of water, and it's all too much. I'm breathing in the salt of every tear I cried. There's nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide. In these waterlogged memories, I'm going down deep, lost in the promises you couldn't keep. Your old sweater so through on the floor. I tried to wash the scent away, but the more I scrubbed, the more I'm sure that the stains are here to stay. The ceiling's tipping shadows on my bed, the hallways turned into a stream. I try to keep my head above the dread, but I'm losing the will to scream. I'm drowning in the blue of what we were, sinking through the years until they blur. Every letter, every look, every touch is a gallon of water, and it's all too much. I'm breathing in the salt of every tear I cried. There's nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide. In these waterlogged memories, I'm going down deep, lost in the promises you couldn't keep. Pressure's building in my ears. The silence is the loudest thing I've heard. I've been submerged in all these years, and I'm dying for a single word, just one word to pull me out. But you're the one who let me drown. everything's wet. I'm forgetting to breathe, but I'll never forget. Your name on my screen. Slow, delicate, an intimate piano ballo. The piano should have a soft, with the cursor blinking in an empty text box. The vocals should be whispered and shaky, as if you're trying not to let the silence of the room hear you cry. The battery is dying, it's down to 4%. And I'm reading through the last things that we sent. I'm scrolling up to birthdays and the jokes we used to tell, back when heaven didn't feel so much like hell. I've got your contact open and the cursor is blinking fast, like a heartbeat trying to make the moment last. My thumb is hovering over the I miss you I just typed, but I know that some tears can't be wiped. The glow is turning blue against my skin, a cold reminder of a state I'm in. I'm a ghost inside a digital divide, with nowhere left for me to hide. And I'm just staring at your name on my screen, the loudest silence that there's ever been. 6 little letters and a space in between, but it feels like the ocean dark and mean. I wanna hit send, I wanna call out, but I'm paralyzed by the shadow of the doubt. You're right there in my hand, but a million miles away, staring at your name with nothing left to say. I check to see if you're online or if you're typing too, searching for a flicker, for a tiny bit of you. I see your picture, you're still smiling at the sun. Before the damage and the distance had begun, I start a sentence, then I click the backspace key, deleting every piece of what is left of me. It's a graveyard in a pocket, it's a memory on a chip, and I'm losing my hold, I'm losing my grip. And I'm just staring at your name on our screen, the loudest silence that there's ever been. 6 little letters and a space in between, but it feels like the ocean dark and neat. I wanna hit send, I wanna call out, but I'm paralyzed by the shadow of the doubt. You're right there in my hand, but a million miles away, staring at your name with nothing left to say. Should I delete you? Should I block the pain? Or should I stay here standing in a digital way? My heart is a notification that never raised, the wreck of 2 hearts and the ghost of 2 legs. Just one tap, just one word. Would you even care if you're hurt? The screen goes black, the room goes dark. I'm left with the echo of a minute.